officially live.
All right. Hello, on Friday afternoon from Crook County School District. We are glad to be here today in this snowy Friday. Feeling kind of lucky with our timing that today was a PD day for our staff so that I didn't have to call snow because, I don't really like to do that, Dr. Hoff.
No, it worked out really well. Couldn't have planned it better.
That's right. And people were kidding me about it like I had something to do with it. So let's introduce people on our Director of Communications, Jason Carr. He's on the Zoom today, helping us make sure we're keeping this going and staying on task. And then there's Dr. Hoff drinking his last drop of coffee for the week.
Amen.
We are going to be able to bring our athletic director, Rob Bonner, to you today with hopefully some updates. We're not positive we're going to have the updates in time, but we just want to welcome you today and begin our fireside chat.
Well, Dr. Johnson, you forgot one other person on
Stacy Smith
behind the scenes answering questions.
That's right, Stacy Smith answering questions, I got my live going this week.
We're in good shape. Right. We're ready for a good fireside chat.
Okay, so been a busy week, of course. We say that every week, and it is busy. And the good news is COVID has died down just a little bit. So, of course, Dr. Hoff has that represented in a chart, and I think we'll just go right to your chart, Dr.
All right, let's jump into
share the good news.
Our loyal viewers would be mad if we didn't do our chart. All right, let's see here. Let me get this little red laser pointer going.
Look at that.
All right, I know we like to see these numbers going down. So quick look, this blue line. I mean, at this point, I think our viewers could explain this chart better than I could. But you've got this blue line, that's your biweekly county case count totals. So the totals of the last 2 weeks, so from January 24th to February 6th in Crook County, there's been a total of 60 cases, 60 positive COVID cases down.
So that is good news, and it's kind of bad news because if we would have hit 59, we would have moved to a lower risk category. So we're just hoping that in 2 weeks when we get the next update, we are going to move to that lower risk category.
Yep, it was super close in terms of that's the Oregon Health Authority criteria for like restaurants and outdoor recreation. So we're getting there. I've been watching those daily case counts. We had a couple days where we had one, a couple with 3. I know that yesterday I think it was 11, but I think
11, yeah.
Low. So we're getting close. So people just continue to stay vigilant and do what you're doing because those numbers continue to drop. I mean, if you look at this, we're at 144 4 weeks ago. So
made it over that peak. Drop. Look at that.
So that's good news as well. Numbers dropping. Our number of students in quarantine, that's dropped down from 99 to 76. So that's great news. Our teacher, so this green line is our positive student count. So that's crept up to 14, but we're still kind of in that lower kind of green area. So something we continue to watch. Our fantastic school nurses, Megan McFedrich and Wendy Perrin, are doing an absolutely fantastic job communicating with families, communicating with students, and making sure everyone knows what's going on. And then finally, our staff quarantine looked like it jumped up 1 case. So we're up to 8 staff, but that is still very low compared to, if you remember this, right before winter break, we were at 24. So keeping it low around is good to see.
That was a concerning spot. So we're down to 14 and that's
there. So
better. Yep.
Yeah, definitely kind of good news on the COVID numbers. So it's always fun making the chart when it's going in the right direction.
Dr. Hoff and Dr. Johnson, let me jump in here real quick if you don't mind.
Yes, please do.
Please.
So I had a conversation yesterday with Wendy Perrin, one of our school nurses. And, really what they're seeing is mostly cases occurring within families. And so when you look at the number of cases that we are seeing, that's actually a good thing that they're seeing those amongst families because they know where the cases are, they can trace them. What they usually are concerned about is if you've got 4, 5, 6, 7 cases that are all random and they don't know where they're coming from. So that really helps them in terms of who they have to quarantine at school, who's affected, and how it impacts the community. So that was just a good piece of information that Wendy shared with me yesterday.
Yeah, very good.
Definitely.
All right, I'm trying to just think here. Oh,
I've
next.
got a couple things.
Okay,
When
go
you're
ahead.
done.
All right.
Well, I was told to I wrote them down so I wouldn't forget. Monday, this upcoming Monday is President's Day. So there's no school. It's a no school day, no comprehensive distance learning. It's an old fashioned no school day. February 26th, however, is a no in-person day, but it is a comprehensive distance learning day. And that's the day that we are giving our second round of vaccines to our employees. So Monday, this upcoming Monday, no school. February 26th, no school, but distance learning.
Right. So it's CDL that day. It shifts to CDL, and that's for everybody, even the elementary, because we are creating flexibility for all Crook County staff to go in and get their second vaccination. If they haven't got their second vaccination, they can actually get their first on that day, we were told.
Yep.
We
Just
are
shoot me an email.
Right.
If you want, if you need to get the first one, so that way we'll make sure
Right.
we communicate with the health department, all that.
We are excited because we have about, what's our percentage of people that will be vaccinated by that time?
Jason Carr and I were telling us, we estimate around 70 to 73% of our folks have been vaccinated.
That is great. That is awesome.
Did I get that right, Jason? I saw you pop your video on. I was nervous for a second. But you're muted and we want to hear
Jason
you.
Carr's muted. Oh.
Sometimes even the communications guy can't get it right.
We've all done it, Jason.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's hard to get 100% accurate number just because we have staff that either choose not to get it or they're getting it at a different time. We've even had staff, like I've had staff that have emailed me and said, hey, I got my first one at through the health department. Can I still get it through the staff drive? So, but by and large, we've got a majority of our staff getting it. And the really cool thing about them getting it is that 14 days after they get it, so that's going to be like into the second week of March, the quarantine requirements like almost go away for staff. So if there's an exposure in the building and they're around somebody with COVID, the chances of them having to be quarantined, aren't zero, but close to it.
Very cool.
Exciting. It's a great thing that we have those vaccinations. There's so many people who want to get vaccinated. So we're super grateful for the work with our health department that our team is going to be vaccinated. All right. I think, Dr. Hoff, that we're ready to bring on Rob Bonner.
Rob Bonner, that's next on my list. Rob football.
Oh, you guys. Hi, everybody. So football. I was told here just a few minutes ago that we should be getting the new guidance that is put together by the OHA per the governor's latest announcement. We should be getting that at 4:00 today. So that's 20 minutes. I'm looking at my email. It's not there yet. As soon as it comes in, we're going to decipher that and find out what this opt-in means, what we're going to have to do. But so far, I think what we're going to need to do to opt in, we're doing most of it already. And so continuing that's going to be painless. And then, getting quick tests on hand and that kind of thing. Some things we have to work through, but so excited. If you would have told me on Monday that we'd be sitting here now talking about having football, I would have said you're crazy, but here we are, and just shows this COVID environment, how it's ups and downs, but we're so excited.
Day by day, Rob, every day, you gotta be flexible because every day the whole thing can change, it seems like.
And it does. Yeah, you're right.
I have to go on and affirm a couple of parent comments. Cheryl is saying yay for the vaccines. Yes, we agree with you. And Ashley is thanking the health department. And we just can't thank our health department enough, and the collaboration with Mosaic and the nurses and the people who have come and gathered together to help Crook County School District get vaccinated. We're excited about it. Grateful.
I agree. Now, I just saw there is a comment there, parents asking about spectators at the stadium for football. That's some of the guidance I need to see. I don't know if our cap has been raised or not. Right now, being in the extreme risk category, we're allowed gatherings of 50 people outside. If it stays that way, it's going to be hard to even have a football game, because with the athletes on the field, there's more than 50. So we'll have to, if it stays that way, we'll have to do varsity only, split sites, do JV different days. We're going to have to get crazy, but we will, and we'll fit it all in. How that equates to parents in the stands, I don't know yet. Best case scenario, they raise that number for us, so we're allowed to get some spectators in there and have full teams. But that's one of those things I have to say I'm not sure yet.
Okay, Rob, you know that I believe that our words form the blueprint.
Yes.
So I think they have power. So I'm just going to say, I think it's going to go down. We have only one case to decrease until we are in the yellow. And I think it's going to happen. All right. We're out there. I think it's going to happen.
You spoke it. There it is.
I did. It's going to make it happen.
That's right.
And I heard on that note, Dr. Johnson and Mr. Bonner, the biweekly total is 2 weeks. You know, they add 2 weeks together. The week that will drop off when we get the new week, I believe it was the higher of the 2 weeks. So I think we've got some low weeks coming. So
that's right, Dr. Hoff. Put it out there.
I'm trying, just trying.
All right. So I don't know if people remember, but Rob, did you see any gratitude going on this week, yesterday to staff?
Yes, we had meals delivered yesterday from the district office, which was highly appreciated. There was a lot of happy teachers around here, so thank you. And then I carried on today. We had some shouts out of gratitude. Mr. Huffman, he does that, and it's just great to hear people talk positively about one another and kind of affirm all the good things. So yeah, we're very gracious.
So we invite people to keep sending their gratitudes and their love for their teachers and their staff this weekend. This is Thanksgiving, or I'm sorry, it's not Thanksgiving, it's Valentine's weekend, and we're using it to honor our staff and say, we love our staff, we love our teachers, we love our administrators, and it's been a fun celebration. We have to thank the community. They rallied around and brought in 400 coffee cards to give to staff. So all of that was paid for by community members. They gave the money to the Chamber of Commerce, and the Chamber went and picked up those coffee cards. So there was a coffee card for every single staff member. That is pretty impressive.
And I can't believe I left that out. I'm sorry. So I saw those today too. And that's just unbelievable. That's so,
isn't that cool?
Yeah, well, we appreciate that very much.
So I just know when they go through the coffee drive-through or walk up and they hand that card to somebody, they're going to get another affirmation, because somebody's going to say, oh,
really cool.
Thank you for what you do. So
yeah, Kim at the
double.
Chamber asked if we could give shout outs to the 4 coffee companies. So
yeah.
Boundary 4 Spirits and Coffee, Prineville Coffee Company, Upper Ed Coffee Company, and Angelina's Coffee Company. So those were the 4 that donated, plus the business community and individuals donated $2,000 to that effort. So just wanted to get that out there and thank those 4 coffee shops specifically. So
thank you.
Yeah, so thank
Pretty
you to
cool.
the coffee shops, and thank you to the staff, and thank you to the community. And Andrea Phillips says that she tells her friends in the Valley how wonderful our district is, and we find it a privilege to try to provide the best school district that we can. And we know it's everybody on the team, including our parents. So thank you, Andrea. And Mindy Jo Nelson says, Prineville is such an amazing community. What a wonderful place to work and raise a family. Thank you. So appreciate those kind comments, and we send it right back at you because it's all about being together in this fabulous community, and it's just great to have a chance to work together and say that we appreciate you guys. Thanks, Cheryl, for your kind comment. It is a great district. Totally believe it.
Fun to be here. Fun to be a part
Dr.
of.
Hoff, we're kind of in the grind of it right now, just
Yeah.
teaching kids, and I don't know, just they're in school, so.
Kids are in school. We used to call this traditionally the time between winter break and spring break. We call that making hay season, because that's when you can really focus in with your kids. There's not a ton of distractions. You know, kids are already in routines, and you really try to focus in on the academics. So that's what I always think of it during this time of year. We're in making hay time in terms of.
I heard, I think it was Jason Carr, I heard say this today. This is the meat and potatoes of the school year. So
Potatoes, we're
the main
grinding.
dish, it's right here, January, February. And we're just happy to be serving our community and have our kids in school. And probably, Dr. Hoff, we don't need to like drag it on. I know we can't keep it going until 4 when Rob gets his announcement, but I know there's some information coming soon as Rob hears.
Yeah, so we'll get that out next week, or probably maybe the weekend as soon as it comes out. So people can look forward to that. But Dr. Johnson, it's a 3-day weekend. I don't think we need to drag this on longer than we have to. Lots of positive comments on Facebook, which is good to see. We've got a great community, and we're just hammering along.
All right. So we wish you happy Valentine's Day. We send you off into a 3-day weekend and hope it's a great weekend. And it looks like we could get some sledding in, or maybe some hot chocolate by the fire, and should just kind of rest up. And we'll be back at it on Tuesday, and we'll see you here again next Friday on the Fireside Chat.
Thanks, guys.